going on, guys? This is 313 Diesel Guy here. So I just dropped my truck off at the shop. If you guys watched my prior video, you know why. If you haven't, I have a pinion seal leaking and a vibration at 45 mile an hour that I can't drive out of it. I don't know if it's a U-joint, pinion bearing. I don't know. It's too cold to figure it out myself. Not to mention, when it comes to rear ends, I am not the best. Don't know too much about backlash, so I'll let the professionals deal with that one. So I dropped the truck off today. A little bit of hopeful news is they thoroughly believe that it is just a drive shaft with a bad U-joint that has thrown the weight. And obviously, yes, the pinion seal is leaking, but they believe that that is due to the drive shaft vibrating and being out of balance. They believe that because I explained to them that, I've gone under the truck, I've put pressure on the pinion itself. It had a dial indicator on it and had no movement on the pinion. So hopefully it is just a out of balance drive shaft and a U-joint. So yeah, hopefully things are better there. Right now I'm riding in my wife's, I'd like to say lovely 2017 Escape, but it's not. It's a piece of junk. It's got the EcoBoost 4-cylinder. Yes, I am. And no, I'm not an asshole. I'm the whole ass. Get it right. It's got the 4-cylinder EcoBoost in it that has been nothing but a problem. Kind of like the same problem that the 2019 Coyote guys are having. It likes to knock and sound like a diesel sometimes. And Ford is saying it's normal, yet I know for a fact it's not. Again, I used to work at Ford Motor Company. I know what these should sound like, and that's not what it should sound like. Kind of like those 19 Coyotes and 18 Coyotes. We found out working there and doing dyno pulls on them that 7,200 RPM, they don't like it. Do it once or twice, you're fine. Keep doing it, and you'll start getting that notorious Coyote knock or tick, whatever you would like to call it. Matter of fact, I explained to one of the gentlemen that I've been in contact with here about this. So now I'm going to make the video known. I'm going to make it known on video, I should say. We ran well, first of all, even the engineers were saying that 7,200 RPM and higher is way too aggressive for that engine. And it is extremely aggressive. We turned around and sat two side by side, one in one cell, one in the other, and we did 8 pulls on one, hitting 7,200 RPM like it was going down a drag strip. And after the 8th pull, it started to develop the Coyote tick. The other one was programmed and calibrated to shift at 6,800 RPM. They found out that at 6,800 RPM is the shift point and or red line, that not only did it perform better, but it never ticked. We ran multiple shifts straight on that 6,800 RPM setup. 2 shifts a day, 8 hours a piece. Basically putting this thing on a drag strip, but on a dyno stand. Run it down the strip, shift point 6,800 RPM, let it idle for a little bit, shut it down, let it cool, fire it back up, do it again, and again, and again. Never had a problem. Didn't have the Coyote tick. Now, again, we had one, 7,200 RPM was the shift point. After the 8th pull, started ticking. And what's going on is the first or second pull, you're fine. The third one, it allows the piston to move in the cylinder a little bit, kind of like, wiggles, obviously. Hence the scoring. And obviously, the more you do it, the worse the scoring will get. Please pull in the marathon. Thank you. Ford has gotten really far with their technology. Will I say that some numbers have been not really fabricated, but should not have been put where they are? Just because it makes it 1 or 2 times at 7,200 RPM doesn't mean that we should be clarifying it as a 7,200 RPM engine. No, it's kind of like the 4.6. 5,800 RPM, you're good. As soon as you start hitting 6,200, might as well start kissing bearings goodbye. But anyway, that's the news on the Coyote Tick. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comments section. Hopefully I'll start getting a couple more subscribers here. Well, y'all have a good night. Next video will be an update on my truck and how that's going and what news I have officially received and what is exactly wrong with it. Hopefully nothing too bad. So, good night. God bless. 7-3 love.